there were around 3,000 UK-based people who bought fake degrees from Pakistan. There was a guy who paid £500,000 to just get a degree or get a certificate.
Definitely, it would be like crime to have this kind of the medical degree submitted, because the patient is held is at the risk. So what else you can expect? In the past, there was even one university called St. James School of Medicine, penalized by the US administration, and they got over $1 million penalty. There were quite many agencies in the UK that promoted universities that in the end ended on this blacklist.
Okay.
So then the question is like, what was the reason of promoting such universities? I suppose they had to have at least some hints from the students that the quality is not good.
Medicine, online? Are you kidding me?
When you finish this, like, you can't proceed in the like clinical career or medical career, because you can do like medical arts, like when people promised that you will get your medical degree in 15 days. When the inspection came, they even hired like the fake doctors and fake patients, fake teachers.
Hello everybody. Welcome to the YouTube channel MedHead. I'm your host Nitin Anand, and today we have Peter Zawadzki with us, and we'll be talking more interesting facts and few controversial topics today about these topics, how to not get into these scams or how to be aware of these kind of scams or controversies. So let's start with one article or one thing I came across. It was somewhere in 2013 and 14, and this was published also in the BBC radios. So there were around 3,000 UK-based people who bought fake degrees from Pakistan, and these fake degrees were mostly the medical degrees, the PhDs, doctorate degrees. So tell me about this. What do you think about this, or what do you feel, or give us more insights about this?
Yeah, it's truly exceptional that this can happen, especially when we consider that you have people, these medical doctors, dentists, specialized doctors, and they buy the degree and then they're in daily touch with the patients. If someone doesn't have the qualification, then how can he or she be qualified to tell what is the diagnosis or what is the problem, medical problem? In this case, which you mentioned, it happened over 10 years ago, and the medical school or the organization was called ACSACT, and they had various websites with various names of the universities. Mm-hmm. So for example, Brooklyn Park University or Nixon University, and for some amount they were selling the degrees to nurses, doctors, consultants, different
and these universities which you mentioned, okay, I know they're not legit but 100% fake, but were they really based in the UK, or were they from? This
was just a website which pretended to be university, and students or the doctors, they bought degree, and then maybe later they asked for the recognition so they can do the specialty in the UK. So there was nothing real about the university. It was just one website with some nice pictures.
Okay,
and that's it.
So because when I read about this article, what I saw was there was a guy who paid £500,000 to just get a degree or get a certificate. So back in 2013 or 14, when you think about £500,000, he could have bought many things with that kind of money. I know he would be a multi-billionaire if he would have invested in Bitcoins or something. So I don't know what to call him, a fool or smart at that time. So yeah, but the thing is, when you are approaching these kind of universities, or when you get approached by them, it's always better to have physical meetings, because universities are something which has history, they have legacy, and they have their own reputation. So online, no, never do that. So whenever you apply for a university, just try to go in person, look at the universities, or get to know the history of the universities, because the example which we gave was operated just like a call center from somewhere other part of the world in Karachi. People are just sitting in front of their phones and computers and pitching you, saying that we will provide you this degree for some kind of money. So beware, guys, beware. Regularly check them, or when they apply for a new job or a new role in their job profile. Wouldn't they get caught for these kind of degrees?
So theoretically, it can happen if government has database of the degrees that were recognized, and maybe then they can look back like who all asked for the recognition from that degree. So then definitely it would be like crime to have this kind of the medical degree submitted, because the patient is held is at the risk. So what else you can expect?
Okay, so I also read some interesting fact about one Caribbean university. So I think Peter will be the right person to explain and give us more facts about this. So I'll keep you guys on the seat. So please tell us about the story behind the Caribbean university.
The Caribbean universities are so popular among especially US students who didn't qualify to enter the US medical schools. There are like thousands of seats in these schools. What is interesting that the tuition fees in these schools, it's not that cheap at all. It's like tens of thousands, 30 to 40,000 each year. So you can imagine like each additional student is big profit for the university, as it's like for-profit based schools. In the past, there was even one university called St. James School of Medicine, penalized by the US administration, and they got over $1 million penalty. What they did was they gave fake or not precise statistics numbers about the pass rates of the students, of the graduates. They claim, for example, if you study with us, our students, our graduates have 97% success rate for the USMLE Step 1, which is the recognition test in the US. But in reality, the success rate was like smaller, like maybe half of that number. Also, they were claiming the pass rate for the, like match rate for the specialty was like 85 to 95%. It means like, what is your chance of getting some job in the hospital? In reality, it was like 60%. So in the end, the school was penalized, so they cannot proceed with falsifying the numbers. The risk is you will get degree, but you will not get the knowledge. And meanwhile, you will spend like hundreds of thousands of dollars on the way.
That's the motto of our video today. So
if you are a UK-based student and you wish to practice, like there is body called GMC, and they can recognize your degree from outside of the UK. For them, basically, it doesn't matter if you study in the EU or outside of EU, but they look on the quality of the education. They also do like, it's called blacklist and gray list. Gray list means like your degree might be recognized in the UK, but maybe not. And then you have like universities which are on the blacklist, which means like you cannot get that degree recognized at all. There were quite many agencies in the UK that promoted universities that in the end ended on this blacklist. So then the question is like, what was the reason of promoting such universities if the quality of the education was so small, so low, that it was not recognized by them, and basically then they didn't have other option than start from the beginning, or maybe to transfer to some different university, but usually you couldn't get the same year of studies. So in this case, there are some universities that were blacklisted. For example, the Dnipro Medical Institute of Traditional Medicine, Crimea State University, Lukan's State Medical University. So these were some medical universities that cannot be recognized in the UK at all.
Okay. So when you say blacklisted, so they were promoting these universities knowing their quality of education. So my question is, did they know that these universities are already blacklisted, or will be blacklisted, or was it not under the blacklist when they were promoting?
Like, I suppose when they started promoting, it was not blacklisted. If they know, like, if the quality is good or no. Basically, the main selling point was that the tuition fees were not so high.
Okay.
But still, like, you will need to budget at least 10 to 15,000, including the living costs. So
True.
that will not help you anyhow. In the end, like, many of these universities were blacklisted. So I suppose they had to have at least some hints from the students that the quality is not good. Also, what is interesting, if you, for example, want to study dentistry and you then want to go back to UK,
Yeah.
you need to study only in the EU universities, otherwise it's not recognized at all. You will even, when you type some study medicine abroad in Google, many times you even get response like paid advertisement, like you can study medicine online.
Oh yeah, I'm coming to that coming to that topic, like the most interesting topic and the closure for our video. So guys, when you scroll Instagram, or when you keep scrolling your Google, you keep getting these ads, special offers, online courses. Come on, medicine online? Are you kidding me? See, seriously, I wouldn't do any other commerce or a bachelor's course also online. So, and this education on, when you study medicine, like, you guys are responsible for people's life. You're like, in India we say, people only join their hands in front of two people, that is one in front of God and the second one in front of a doctor to save a life. And people put you in that position, and you want to do this online. I don't know what to say about this. So tell me more about these online courses and special offers which you get to do medicine.
Well, there are schools that promote, like, you can study medicine online, like in some limited extent. Of course, that's possible. For example, you have just theoretical classes. But even if you have anatomy is basically theoretical class, but still you go for dissection to laboratories. So it's very difficult to imagine how can you study online. I suppose many students had taste of the online studies when it was objective during the COVID.
Yeah.
But now, after the COVID is over, like, there are still some schools that offer you that you will study online. For example, Odessa International Medical University, this school was already blacklisted by the government. So it's important to make sure to avoid online courses or Blue Marble University Medical School. Even they say, like, when you finish this, like, you can't proceed in the, like, clinical career or medical career, because you can do, like, medical arts. Like, what is it?
Medical arts. I mean, I like the way, the online scammers come up with this new terminology: medical arts, medical commerce, medical engineering someday. Yeah, but no. I mean, this is okay. At one point, that people could, get scammed for these online courses. Maybe it could be for people who don't want to spend a fortune on studying or on universities. Maybe they may find this online courses are cheaper and they would want to do it. But to one extent, I mean, to no extent I would agree for that. But how about this special offers? Tell me this thing. Pay 15,000 euros or 15,000 pounds, get a medical degree. But please educate our viewers about these kind of scams.
Yeah, there were also cases in India
Yeah,
when people promised that you will get your medical degree in 15 days.
the scammers. Yeah.
So the offer was done in Gujarat by Mr. Ramesh Gujarati, and basically when the inspection came, they even hired like the fake doctors and fake patients, fake teachers. So basically, when the inspection, they were pretending like the school is operating.
Actors.
Actors. So they just recruit them from the village next to the building, and of course, like if you meet like this kind of the doctor in hospital, like what can, like, your life is not safe, no, or your health. So this luckily they found out about this school. It was called Board of Electrohomeopathic Medicine, but there are like other schools which, like, India already discovered about the fake degrees, such as Islamic University of Prophetic Medicine, Indian Institute of Alternative Medicine.
Alternative medicine.
Yeah. So
The name sounds shady, so yeah. Tell all the viewers or the current medicos or the future medicos who are watching this video, you have chosen a profession which, okay, not only for money, but you have chosen this you will be choosing this profession out of passion. So think wisely and choose wisely, and don't get scammed.